Think about everything you learned in school about human history. The story was always the same. First, humans learned how to farm. Then, they stopped wandering and built small villages. After that, they built cities, started religions, and constructed big temples. It sounds logical, right? But a magnificent discovery in Turkey proved this story is wrong. Welcome to Gobeklitepe. This ancient site is 12,000 years old. That means it is twice as old as the Egyptian pyramids. It was built thousands of years before Stonehenge. But here is the most shocking part. The people who built it did not know how to farm. They did not have metal tools, and they did not even have pottery. They were simple hunter-gatherers. Today, we will look at how this single temple changed our understanding of history forever. To understand the magic of Gobeklitepe, we have to look at how blindly we almost missed it. In 1963, anthropologists from the University of Chicago and Istanbul University surveyed the region. They noticed a rounded hill, locally known as the hill with a belly, covered in broken limestone. Remarkably, they dismissed it. They assumed it was a minor, abandoned medieval military outpost or an old cemetery. For 3 decades, the greatest archaeological treasure on Earth sat under the dirt, completely ignored. Everything changed in 1994. A German archaeologist named Klaus Schmidt was reviewing old survey reports and decided to visit the hill himself. The moment Schmidt stepped onto the mound, his archaeological intuition sparked. He didn't see medieval ruins. He saw thousands of prehistoric flint tools scattered across the ground. He recognized that the hill wasn't a natural formation. It was artificial, built by human hands layer after layer over centuries. Schmidt began excavating the very next year. He did not find simple homes. Instead, he found gigantic stone pillars arranged in big circles. This discovery changed archaeology. Schmidt famously said that the temple came before the city. Religion was not the result of civilization. Religion was the spark that started civilization. Let's talk about the incredible engineering of Gobeklitepe. The site has more than 20 large circular areas. Inside each circle, there are 2 huge T-shaped pillars in the center. Smaller stone pillars surround them. These stones are enormous. The biggest pillars are 6 meters high and weigh up to 20 tons. Remember, this was the Stone Age. Humans did not have horses or oxen to carry heavy things. They did not have wheels. To make these pillars, workers used simple flint tools to cut the rock out of the ground. Then, hundreds of people had to work together in perfect harmony to move these heavy stones up the hill. Experts believe these T-shaped pillars represent human beings. If you look closely, you can see carved arms on the sides and hands near the stomach. They look like giant, faceless human statues standing in a circle. The pillars are also the world's oldest narrative canvas. Their surfaces are covered in breathtaking, 3-dimensional carvings of wild animals, snarling foxes, wild boars, dangerous scorpions, and deadly snakes. Many experts believe these animals served as spiritual guardians, protecting the temple. Among all the carvings, one stands out: Pillar 43, known as the vulture stone. It features a prominent vulture holding a round object on its wing, surrounded by headless human bodies. Some researchers believe this stone describes a terrible comet strike from space that changed the Earth's climate. But most archaeologists think it shows an ancient religious tradition. They believed that vultures carried the souls of dead people up to the sky. Before Gobeklitepe, we thought hunter-gatherers lived in very small groups. We thought they just walked around looking for food every day. But you cannot build a giant stone temple with only 10 or 20 people. You need hundreds or even thousands of workers. This created a massive logistical crisis. How do you feed thousands of workers without agriculture? You cannot find enough wild animals to feed a giant group of workers every single day. This urgent need for food forced people to find a new solution. Scientists tested the DNA of modern wheat. They discovered that the origin of all modern wheat comes from the mountains, located just a few miles from Gobeklitepe. The connection is clear. Humans did not build temples because they started farming. It was the exact opposite. Humans started farming because they needed to feed the workers who were building the temple. Faith drove humanity into the agricultural age. For roughly 1,500 years, Gobeklitepe was the spiritual beating heart of the ancient world. But then, around 8000 BCE, the fires went out and the people left. Crucially, they didn't just walk away. When archaeologists excavated the site, they found that the enclosures were filled with clean, uniform soil, mixed with flint tools and fragmented animal bones. This means the creators of Gobeklitepe intentionally buried their own temple. They covered the entire site with dirt to hide it. Why did they destroy their own sacred artwork? Was it a new religion, or were they protecting it from a coming threat? To this day, the intentional burial of Gobeklitepe remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Buried by ancient hands, the temple remained safely hidden for 10,000 years. Now recognized as a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site, its story is far from complete, because over 90% of the complex still lies untouched beneath the soil. Incredible secrets continue to wait in the dark. What do you think the vulture stone means? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, keep questioning what you know. Thanks for watching.